for a God who invites us to open ourselves, to give ourselves, and just see what God will do with that. Thank you so much. Our questions today for Chatback are, how has God opened doors in your life, and how is God active and engaged in your life? And there's still time. We're still watching the chat, so feel free to send a response in even now to those questions or anything else on your mind. One of the responses to this question is, God has literally opened borders for me to find this community. I did not expect an open door and might have missed it if it wasn't for a friend to invite me. Personal invitations continue to open doors. I tell you what, that's an outline right there for being church.
Absolutely. Being community, being together, sharing where you are and where you've been, where those that you console and those who you have joy with, that is community. And we invite you, like this individual, to provide those personal invitations as well, wherever you are. Another says, God is amazing. I can't even begin to express how many doors God has opened in my life and has closed as well. Closed when it was not good for me to go down a certain path. God guides us in love even when we don't see it or experience it or acknowledge it.
That is great, and it makes me think, looking back at my own life, I tell you what, I think I'm almost as thankful to God for the closed doors. Because some of them were pretty scary looking back as the open doors. I can tell you there were times when I really thought I knew what I wanted, and it would have been a mess in more than one situation.
A little scary there, huh?
Yeah.
I think for me too, I think about thinking back to this first answer as well. In the job that I get to do working with the Metropolitan Community Churches as a denomination, God opens doors across a lot of borders and a lot of people that I get to interact with on a daily and a weekly basis throughout the world. So from Europe to South America, Central America, Mexico, Australia, God does just a remarkable job of saying what's happening with God's people, and this denomination, this community is allowing that to happen as well, day by day.
What a journey. We are so grateful. All right, well, thank you all so much. Continue the conversation later today. Just perhaps have a chance to ask a family member or a friend, tell me about the doors in your life that have been opened or closed. And it's a wonderful conversation point. And we know that some of you today are worshiping together in groups and in homes and stuff. So you might want to take a moment just there where you are to talk about this a little bit. Because it is amazing how God's not off there somewhere. It's not like that Bette Midler song, God's watching us from a distance. Instead, God is moving in us right up close. So, sorry about that, Bette Midler, I love you. And that particular song, I love you, the way you sing it, but I don't agree with your theology. All right. So thank you all so much. Amen. And so it is. Amen.